taking flight. Card Spring Training, sponsored by Woods Basement Systems.
So take me back to the draft. You're sitting there, you hear St. Louis Cardinals in your name. What's the first thing that you associate when you hear that's where you're going?
Yeah, I mean, so I grew up in Pittsburgh, so kind of just familiarity with the organization and that they would beat the Pirates a lot when I was growing up. So I didn't know everything about them, but I knew that there's a strong winning culture, and I didn't even realize how many championships they'd won, but that was amazing to see the World Series wins here. So I knew I was going into an amazing organization that has a history of winning. So I was really happy when they called my name, and I was just excited to get started.
Pittsburgh, so who was your guy growing up? Jason Bay, McCutchen?
Yeah, I loved Kutch and Neil Walker. Okay. Those were my guys.
I love Neil Walker. This is a side. Neil Walker's story with his dad playing with Clemente is one of the best baseball stories. How did your time in college, I've kind of asked all the college guys this, how did that kind of jumpstart your professional transition? Because you got here and you hit the ground running right away.
I mean, it was huge. I think aside from the baseball aspect of it, which it's obviously huge in that regard, just because the competition in college has gotten so good lately, but just becoming a young man and understanding how to go about business in college. I mean, before college, I don't think I'd ever gotten up before 7:30 a.m. in my life, and first day it's like we're up at 5 a.m., have to go to lift, then you have to go to class, and you have to go back to practice, then you have to do work after practice, then you do schoolwork and you go to bed. And so you just get on this crazy routine that you're not accustomed to, and it really helps build discipline and kind of just that understanding of what it's going to take to continue to pursue a career in baseball. And then with the baseball aspect of it, I mean, it's just, I was fortunate enough to play 3 years there, and so that was just huge, just to see the competition that I got. And I mean, right now it's kind of like I'm a freshman coming in again and having to take another step, but just having that familiarity with how to go about my business as a young guy is huge for me, and it's been able to help me tremendously.
I think I saw in your first career home run at West Virginia, the guy you're dapping up at home plate is Victor Scott.
Yeah.
You're now teammate here with the Cardinals. Just what's that relationship like, and to come here and have somebody who you've been through a lot of similar things? I
mean, it's a blessing. It's hard to explain how fortunate I am to have that. Just the relationships you build in college are just, it's unbelievable, because you practice every single day together, you go to class together, you do literally everything together. There's no avoiding your teammates in college, and so you build relationships with them that are going to last forever. So with Vic being here, it's like, this is one of my brothers that I worked so hard with, and this was our dream to get to this level, and I got to see his get fulfilled a little earlier than mine. But just being able to track him and, Vic, how do I go about this? How do I go about this? How do I deal with this? And he's there to help me is just amazing. And knowing Vic and how he goes about his business too is another thing. Is that guy's legit in everything that he does, so he's a great person to follow.
What do you hope to get out of this particular opportunity in big league camp this season?
Just to learn, see how big leaguers go about their business, see how the organization handles everything, and just kind of sit off to the side, get ready for any chance that I may get, and hopefully I do well with it. But kind of like I said, just sit off to the side, watch how these guys go about their business, and just learn as much as I can.
Are you a big visualization guy? Do you think about that first time you're going to step into the box at Busch Stadium? Is that like a thing that you visualize?
I mean, not right now. Right now I'll visualize like who I'm going to face that day. So yeah, I mean, I'll go into that, just learning about scouting reports and pitchers that I'm going to face that day. But I mean, when that time comes, I'll definitely have that moment for sure. But right now we got other focuses.
Is there a guy you've tried to model your game after, maybe growing up? I know you Kutch guy for the Pirates, but is there a player that, hey, I can be kind of like that guy? Yeah,
so growing up, I played pretty much only second base, and I was pretty undersized. So I loved Jose Altuve, I loved Dustin Pedroia, and then a little bit of a flashier guy was Robinson Cano. So those are my three guys. And I try to swing a little bit like Cano. He hits from the left side, and then just play the game hard. Like Altuve and Pedroia, man, they play the game so hard just because they have to. I mean, the nature of their game is they got to defend really well. They got to steal a base if they can. They got to get a bunt down, hit a double, whatever they have to do to help the team win. So those are two really big guys I watched when I was growing up.
Two more questions for you. The Cardinals as an organization entering this transition phase and really investing in the minor leagues and developing young players. You're one of those young players they hope to develop. How does that make you feel that they want to put these resources in to helping guys like you?
Yeah, I mean, I think collectively kind of all of the guys who are in the same position as me are super thankful that that's what's happening. I mean, this is probably the best time to be a Cardinal, an up-and-coming prospect in the Cardinals organization that you could imagine. I mean, just hearing what they have planned for, and like you said, pouring more and more resources into guys to build from within. It's huge, you know. Being able to develop players better than other organizations can develop players it's the key to success. I mean, we did that a lot in college. That was our whole goal. You had to get guys. The nature of our conference, we weren't a power school in the Big 12 Conference, and we had to do that. So being familiar with how that goes and having to put that extra work in and knowing you have an organization that's going to make sacrifices to help you get into that position is huge, man. It's such a blessing, and I'm just excited that that's happening now.
Last thing, if folks in St. Louis are watching this interview and it's maybe their first time getting acquainted with you, what would you want Cardinals fans to know about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm originally from Pittsburgh. It's a town called Mars. It really exists. Mars, Pennsylvania. Our high school mascot is the Fightin' Planets. Nice. Went to school at West Virginia University, played 3 years there, was able to play third, shortstop, and second base. And yeah, you know, I'm just a ball player at heart. Quit just about every sport to play baseball year-round since high school, and it's always been my dream to play. And I'm super, super happy that I got picked to go to an organization with such a passionate fan base. So it's been a blessing, and you know, just super excited to get rolling and get going and see what happens this year.